beef. There's beef right now going on between comedian and musician, and I don't like it, people. I don't like it. Now, we're pretty much the same. I feel like there's a lot of comedians out there who wish they could be music artists. There are a lot of music artists out there who wish they could be comedians. We're kind of the same. We're the same. We're brothers. We're sisters. Come on now. But Dave Chappelle starting beef with DJ KHALED. Yep, some of y'all have heard this. Now, a lot of times I am on Dave Chappelle's side. Sometimes it's hard to fight on his side, but it's a lot of times because he's a comedian, and I feel like sometimes people blow what he says out of proportion. Even though with Dave, he's down that lane of comedy, but he kind of weaves in and out of being serious. He comes over here to being serious, comes back over to comedy. He's on that line, but that's where he likes to be, right? So I find myself defending him often, but here, I still think it's been overblown to a degree. But he came at DJ KHALED for DJ KHALED being silent on his Palestinian brothers and sisters, the war and all, and called him out. I don't think that Dave is the first one to call DJ KHALED out. I remember him being called out by some other people in the past online. And that leads me to this, all right? There's belief and there's risk or sacrifice, all right? Belief and risk. Now, Dave Chappelle has been very vocal about what he believes about the war, all right? His beliefs are strong in this context. But there's very low risk for Dave Chappelle to come out strongly in support of Palestine, right? It's very low risk for him. He thrives on being edgy. He's, all the stuff in the past where people have come at Dave Chappelle online, it only helps him. It only makes him stronger because he's an edgy comedian. So it just helps his brand when people are outraged or fake outraging against Dave. The risk is very low for him. Now, DJ KHALED, we don't know what he believes, all right? Because he's been silent. And why would we expect him to say anything, right? DJ KHALED doesn't say anything definitive on anything. He doesn't stand for anything. I don't say that in a negative way. That's just his brand. He's just there to have a good time. Another one, make all these jams. That's just what he does, right? He doesn't come out strongly for his favorite toppings on pizza. And we know that man likes to eat, right? So he didn't even do that. So he's not even going to do something as trivial as that. Why would we expect him to speak on something as serious as this? You know what I mean? But regardless, the risk for him to speak up on this matter is very high. Dave Chappelle's got that FU money, that FU power. DJ KHALED does not so much, right? So I have a problem with us demanding that other people speak up or do things on certain issues when there's amount of sacrifice for them, right? And the people demanding that these people come out and speak up don't have to deal with any sort of sacrifice. That's my problem. Now, still to a degree, I think it's still been overblown what David said. But that's how I feel, people. That's how I feel. With me, for example, I think that kids here in Baltimore City, it's where I live, that we need better education for the kids, right? We need more mentors for the kids in the city. But I'm not about to volunteer to be one of these mentors. And that's just that's not my heart to spend my time doing that, right? But I still believe that, still strongly that we need more mentors for our kids here. Black Lives Matter, standing up for my people. I believe strongly about that, of course. But, I ain't trying to go out there and protest, man. It's hot outside. I'll protest from inside in the AC. I'll have a sign in there. I'll have the door, and the window shut. You know what I'm saying? Because I got, can't let the hot air in. You know what I'm saying? But I will support in that way. But I ain't going out there in the streets and do that. It's not what I'm going to do personally. But when it comes to being a Christian, that's something I'm willing to sacrifice a lot for. But that's just me. That's where I'm at in my beliefs and what I'm willing to risk. Yeah, willing to risk a whole lot for the gospel, for the kingdom of God. That's where I'm at. But I can't push that on other people, though. You know what I'm saying? You are where you are in your faith walk. You feel me? Especially if you're not a Christian. If you don't believe how I believe, then how can I push that on you? See what I'm saying? So, Dave Chappelle, stick to jokes, my friend. DJ KHALED, stick to music and eating. And, Middle East will stick to blowing each other up, and we'll all, man, it's so crazy out there, isn't it? It's so crazy out there. That's why we need entertainers to entertain. There's nothing wrong with Dave Chappelle, being strong for what he believes in, but at the end of the day, he's a comedian. Be a comedian, right? At the end of the day, DJ Khaled's a musician. I use that word. He's a musician, okay? Another one, okay? Stick to that. And I will stick to prophesying, and everything will be okay, even though it won't. Everyone's blowing everybody up. It's horrible.